Hey, so today we're doing a cat eye. I've received a request for this so many times, especially since Batman. So many of you want to see a Zoe Kravitz Catwoman eye look, so this is going to be very much inspired by that. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Just quickly, a portion of this video is sponsored by Revlon, so get ready for that. Emotionally prepare yourselves. We're going to be talking about some new Colorstay products. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is prime my lids. I'm going to be using the new Dominique Cosmetics Everlasting Eye Base. I've just noticed I've had so much like more visible, just like discoloration on my lids over the year. And I'm not into it. So I'm gonna cover these up with a full coverage eye base today. I've tried to fix my lips a million times. They're just like wrong. I can't figure it out. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a really light definition in my crease. So I'm going to use my Wayne Goss Radiance Boosting Face Palette. I'm gonna use the contour shade from that. And I'm gonna use a pretty small and defined brush. So this is the Wayne Goss number 20 brush. So I'm gonna swirl that brush in the contour. And then looking down into my mirror, I'm going to use this to define the crease. And I'm gonna focus it pretty much here. I'm gonna slowly fade it in a little. And then I'm gonna kind of work it like this, as if we were doing like a little bit of a cut crease flick. And I don't want this to get too dark because the majority of the definition is going to be like very close to the eyes. All right, so I'm going to use a slightly more like defined brush, and I'm going to pick up my Kevyn Aucoin contour. So this is the sculpting powder in medium. I'm gonna focus this on the very tip of the brush, and I'm just going to enhance that kind of swoop and definition right here. You can definitely use pretty much like any, whether you want to use your contour powder or just like a neutral eyeshadow palette. I like using contour because I think it looks the most natural. All right, so I'm gonna be using two different colors, but they are both the Revlon Colorstay Line Creator eyeliners. So these are dual-ended. I'm actually gonna start off with the brown one. This is in the shade Leathercraft, so it's a dual-ended pencil or eyeliner. So we have a kohl end, something that's gonna be smudgeable, and then we have a liquid eyeliner, and both ends are waterproof, so they're gonna last. So I'm going to start off with the kohl, and I'm actually gonna start off with my lower lash line. So I'm gonna place this in my waterline first. So building it up in the waterline and then slowly dragging it ever so slightly onto the lash line, just to kind of like fill in the gaps. So I'm gonna kind of angle that pencil. Then I'm going to take a small brush and I'm going to buff along that lash line. I want to keep it pretty tight though. Don't want to smoke it out too much. Now the reason that I'm starting off with brown is because I'm very fair. Obviously I have very blonde hair and very, very fair skin. So if I go in with a black, like I can do it, but I'm going to use a combination of brown and black today. If you feel like just using a black eyeliner is way too intense for you. You could also use a soft gray if it suits your skin tone better. So it blends super nicely. It's waterproof, so it's going to stay in your waterline. I know a lot of you guys have a hard time with eyeliners, kind of like disappearing throughout the day or, making your eyes water. All right, I'm going to use that brush to just kind of like start sketching a guide for the direction that my wing is gonna go. So it doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna be like a little bit smoky to begin with. So now I'm gonna use that kohl pencil once again, the brown one, and I'm just going to draw that up a little bit. Now I'm going to pick up the black one. So this is in the shade Blackout. So I'm gonna start off with the kohl end and I'm going to line my eye connecting it to that little wing. I'm going to take this all across my eyeline. Almost as if I'm tight lining. I'm going to use my little Refer 23 brush, and I'm going to pat that. So I'm just smoking that liner. And then soften the wing we created. Dude, why do I keep my mirror so far away? It just messes with me. So the reason I'm patting is because I want to blend it, but I don't want it to get too blown out. I want it to stay like relatively close to my lash line. I just want it to soften. And you can build this up as much as you want. Like you can go back in and kind of intensify the outer part if you want, just to like build up a little bit more smoke. But it's not necessary as long as you smoke it out, because we are going to be going in with the liquid end. I'm just going to set my lids a little bit with the Ilia Magic Sands powder. All right, before I apply my the liquid end, I'm going to use the brown coal once again, forgotten the name already, Leathercraft, and I'm going to just kind of create a little bit of an extension, just kind of like a definition to the inner corner. I want it to be pretty soft though. Remember not to take this out too far if you have very close set eyes. It will make your eyes look like even more close set. So now, to intensify that wing, I'm going to apply the liquid end in the blackout shade. Right, blackout, yes. So I'm going to just wipe it off a little bit, and then I'm going to line my lash line with that. I'm going to go all the way into the beginning. So I'm keeping it super close to the lash line. And then I'm just going to kind of accentuate that like little kitten wing that we had. So just kind of drawing it out and then filling it in with a little bit of like a swoop. The struggle is always just getting them even. All right, I'm going to finish off with my eyes with some mascara, and then we really need to do the brows because they're not finished. So I'm gonna curl my lashes with my Refer curler. And then for mascara, I'm gonna be using the Revlon So Fierce Eyes Wide Open mascara, but I'm gonna be using the waterproof one because you guys know that I love a waterproof mascara. All right, so that's pretty much that for the eyes. I want to finish off the brows now. So I'm going to brush them and set them with a little bit of soap by Dr. Bronner. Okay, so now that that's set, I'm gonna use the Colorstay Semi-Permanent Brow Ink. This is supposed to last you 3 days. I don't know how well that'll work like over my soap, but if you use it on bare skin, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be using the shade Blonde. And on this end, it has a little like felt tipped liner applicator. And then over here, if you do put it on bare skin, you have like a little spoolie that comes out of the cap. So you can, you know, use that to brush out. So I'm gonna go in and fill individual hairs just in the sparse areas. Since my eye look is a little black and smoky, I want my brows to be like nice and soft and fluffy. So you can use this to just kind of like create like a base layer underneath your hairs and then just brush it out. Or you can obviously use the like applicator to apply individual hairs. And I believe they have 4 shades. They also have 4 shades of the eyeliner that I used. So nice definition while not looking like overly done. All right, and then to finish off, I'm just going to run a little bit of my Vesca highlight on my brow bone and in my inner corner. And I'm using my Refer 26 brush. All right, guys, this is the finished eye look, up close and personal. How do you feel? Kind of like a sultry kitten wing. Very Catwoman inspired. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this little eye tutorial. I love this look. I mean, it's classic, you know, like it really is classic. Let me know if you like this or if you would wear it or what, or if I like nailed the Zoe Kravitz like Catwoman look. We obviously look super different, so it's gonna look different on me. As always, all of the products will be linked down below if you're interested in any of the new Revlon products, the dual-ended eyeliners, the mascara, or the brow products. They'll all be linked down below. Highly recommend if you're looking for some long wear products. Yeah. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you want to see next. I still haven't seen Batman. I should probably go see that.